Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. You can find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. So I'm sure many of you have noticed my absence. I moved. So I just got internet for, again, all I had was my phone. Thank God I had my phone. But Charles has, so I'm glad to be back, and, sorry for the delay. Charles has been fingered as the royal racist. Okay, and it occurs to me that all families discuss what the children will look like. This has happened to me, with just even girlfriends. I favor Chinese girls. I've dated a number of Chinese girls, and people will discuss, what will our children look like. I've dated every different color of the spectrum for the ladies. And this is a common point of discussion. As we recall, Princess Anne took the bullet for making the comments about Archie's skin color. Do we remember that? And when I read that, I believe that Princess Anne that was a clever move to shut down this narrative that there's a racist in the royal family. Well, now, in the new book, Brothers and Wives by Christopher Anderson, they're making this accusation again, and they're naming Charles. I'm wondering if this is just again, just straight up lie. And here's how it appears in the book. It alleges that Charles asked wife Camilla over breakfast. I wonder what the children will look like. Sounds innocent enough. Camilla was said to be somewhat taken aback. Oh, just her reaction. And allegedly replied, well, absolutely gorgeous, I'm certain. Charles is said to have lowered his voice and added, I mean, what do you think their children's complexion might be? And the princes, Charles' spokesperson came out and told the Sun, this is fiction and not worth further comment. Okay, well, how did Harry and Meghan hear about this? So, yeah, we need to take a look. So, is Charles the royal racist? Did Charles make any malicious comments about Archie's skin color over breakfast or at any other time? Okay, because they would have to be malicious for it to matter. I mean, what's wrong with, asking what the baby will look like? This is a constant topic of speculation among any time two people get married. What will the children look like? And that's not malicious. They just, wonder, he has the father's eyes and the mother's lips, and the aunt's nose looks just like grandpa. They always say this. And they say this of me, and I look just like this person. I'm the spitting image of that person. That's how it's done. So did Charles make any malicious comments about Archie's skin color? Oh dear. Got my new setup here. Family. So what do we have here? We have a couple of 10s. 10s are completion. We have a couple of 3s. We have family, a couple of 6s. Many people. Public perception. Strength. Jack of clubs is rooting the family. Emotional talking about the family, and this is a disaster. 2031 in front of the world. So it's an emotional narrative about the family, and this is a disastrous allegation. Wasn't Charles just in Barbados, I think, or he's in the Caribbean? This is kind of a live reading. I could look it up, but it's a live reading. I can't stop the reading and look it up. So he was just, I think he was in Barbados, and they were leaving the Commonwealth. And, everything is groovy, man. Straight razor. A problem, a cut, a disastrous, committed, and good intentions. So this narrative is very destructive. In front of all the people, it's butterfly, it's renewed again. 3 blackbirds talking and everything working together. Everything has to work together for the royals, or people have to believe that they're good people. They're just PR people now. They're influencers. They're the ultimate kind of influencers. They used to have real power. They used to be kings and queens and royals and rule the country. Well, they don't really do that anymore. They just influence the real rulers and the people themselves. And we live in a democracy. We live in democracies, and the people officially run things. And mostly that's good, but you get people, like I'm from D.C., you got Marion Barry was in power for 40 years, and Marion Barry, he was the mayor, and he was just a straight-up criminal. And finally, the FBI caught him with prostitutes and drugs and made it impossible for him to be elected again. That's the only way they could get him out of office. And he was representative of the people of D.C., who were basically criminals, apparently, because they kept re-electing Marion Barry, and he was just like this horrible parasite. So that is representative democracy. In the bad way, and we can have it in the good way as well. So it's very negative, very, very negative. Very negative. It's just... So did Charles make these malicious comments? No, I think he didn't. I think this is fiction. He had the best of intentions, Ace of Hearts, but they just keep bringing it up. Okay, and this is Generation Z. This is the SJWs. They will straight up lie just to provoke you. And I'm wondering if this is a straight up lie. They will put words in your mouth intentionally and straight up lie about what you said. And they will straight up pretend to quote you and say that you said the opposite of what you said. This is a strategy that you see a lot with the SJWs. And this has been done with me, putting words in my mouth and pretending that I said the opposite of what I said. So is this a completely concocted lie, a fiction, that they're just putting words in Charles's mouth? Is this a concocted lie, a pure fiction? Because that's kind of the issue here. Roadblock. What do we have here? Roadblock, 3 blackbirds, cornucopia, 11, 16, 4 spades. Dead bodies in the box, words to create a problem for the entire situation. Secretly, they're just trying to create a problem. They're just trying to create a problem. Okay, and another thing is, bad people will always, no matter what you say, they will just interpret it very negatively. Oh, hi, good morning. Oh, you terrible, horrible person. How dare you wish me good morning? You sneeze and you say, God bless you. Oh, that's patriarchy. Have you heard that one? Okay, and so people will loudly scream when I sneeze sometimes. People will loudly scream, God bless you, just as a reaction to that. How can saying God bless you be a bad thing? But the evil people, they pretend that that's a bad thing, that that's like patriarchy or something. So it's a pure virtue signal for the family. The spine of this is a virtue signal, and they're taking the higher ground. Okay, these people always pretend that they're taking the higher ground. We like to murder our children. You're bigots if you don't like to murder the children. Like that. And how do you talk to somebody like that? So Is this a pure fiction? Yes, it's just designed to create a problem. It's just designed to create a problem. It's a virtue signal. They're taking the higher moral ground. And the spine of this is, we're better than you, Charles. We're better than you, royal family. You're bad people. So I would say this is a complete fiction, that they just made it up and they're putting words in Charles's mouth. And what that says is the clever strategy of Princess Anne taking the hit, it worked. It shut them down, and they don't want to be shut down. They want to just create problems. It's just like the eco-terrorists. Oh, the world is going to end in 10 years. We're all concerned about the environment. And the largest polluters in the world are China and India, and no one is saying anything. Okay, and they're not doing anything to correct these things. Okay, it's eco-terrorism. That's all it is. So Charles has called his lawyers, and I wonder, will he sue this author of Brothers and Sons? I mean, these are allegations that cannot be proven, and now they're in print. He could sue the authors of. He could sue Harry and Meghan, but better off he just take their title away. Take their titles away. That would be better. Okay, slimming down the monarchy, you just take the titles away. You're no longer royals. And I think that's going to happen. So that's much more effective than any kind of lawsuit. So will Charles sue the author of Brothers and Wives, Christopher Anderson? Let's look at that. Charles and the author, Brothers and Wives, Christopher Anderson. He's trying to shut down, he's using all means possible to shut down this problem. Queen of Spades, Nine of Spades, Three Diamonds, 24, Six Spades, this toxic relationship, because Harry and Meghan are just hanging on, and everything they're doing is just pure toxicity, and people are getting really sick of it. The conflict in the close relationship, 5, which is two hearts twice. Yeah, they're just really, keep your enemies close, keep your friends close, and your enemies closer. And that's what, they're just keep beating up the royals, and they just don't stop. What do we have here? Vale, keeping everything a secret. He's looking long term. Mustard seed is a lawsuit. It could be a lawsuit, could be the official paper, 18, 5 diamonds. He's looking at everything, and he's not made a decision. He's definitely looking at a lawsuit. What do we have over here? We have yes, going forward, and Star of Bethlehem. These, look how red this is for the author. 12 and 9, 21, 6 hearts. If Charles sues this author, no matter what happens, it puts him on the map, and he's world famous forever. Because the longer it's all just free advertising for the author. So he's like, yeah, sue me. I would love it. Sue me. You know, please sue me. I would love that. That's what the author is thinking. So Charles is looking at everything. He's trying to shut down this toxic information. This toxic situation doesn't say that he will sue. It says he's really thinking about suing. I'm not even sure where my sticks are. I have to dig through my things and look for my sticks. And finally, we have the Queen with the very famous picture where she, the Christmas address. And Harry and Meghan are conspicuously absent. And Harry and Meghan say that that's the point where they decided to leave the royal family. That they were just, left out of that picture, and they were very upset about that. And the Queen literally said to an aide, that one, pointing at Harry and Meghan's picture, no, we don't need that one. Okay, so take it away. Did the Queen say this? Did the Queen actually say, that one, no, we don't need that one? And was she, you know, beating up on Harry and Meghan? Players, single act, going forward in the future, cut and single act, 8, 19, 5 clubs, decision. A single event did occur, and it hurt Harry and Meghan. This did hurt Harry and Meghan. Manifesting, connecting to this, married to this manifestation, and creating a problem in the environment. No, they just selected, they're looking for, Harry and Meghan are looking for things to be upset about, looking for things to be offended about. And this is like a whole generation. We have a whole generation of narcissists being raised and brought up in our society, because this is how the entire entitled generation lives. This is how they act. It's very disturbing. So what do we have? Did Charles make these malicious comments about Archie's skin color? No, he had good intentions. Okay, and they've just grabbed onto it. Is this a concocted lie, a pure fiction? Yeah, I conclude that it is. Will Charles sue the book author? It's not clear. He's looking at everything, but if he sues the book author, I think it gives it more power. Okay, the way they shut this down before was Princess Anne said, oh yeah, I'm the racist, and then it was over. Nobody piled on Princess Anne. And that's exactly what they wanted. They just shut it down. And so now they had to come out and say who the racist is, and they can be sued. So Charles is thinking about a lawsuit, but it might really backfire. Did the Queen say we really don't need that one? Well, she did take the picture off, and they're just really grabbing onto this as something to be offended about. We have the generation offended right now, a whole generation of offended people. I think this is just something, the Queen did have it taken away. Let's look. How the Queen really, was she angry at Harry and Meghan to have their picture taken away? So maybe she was. Very emotional about the relationship, keeping it to herself. Yeah. So was the Queen angry at Harry and Meghan at that time? Broken chalice, poisoned relationship, and, you know, making a decision roadblock. She was getting sick and tired of Harry and Meghan at that point. So very emotional about the relationship and keeping it to herself. 13, 23, 6 clubs. So she was upset at Harry and Meghan, and they would have felt that. And so they were reacting to that. So the emotions were already running high. There could have been an intentional slight there. But, the reaction is the real news. So I would conclude that Charles, if he did say something about Archie's skin color, that's like pretty normal stuff. You just talk about stuff like that. I think this is a completely concocted lie. I think Harry and Meghan are just looking to be offended in any way that they can, and they're grabbing onto anything and pretending to be offended. And, the 17 mistruths in the Oprah interview are a good example of this. They'll say anything. They get offended about everything and anything, and they even make up stuff to get offended about. That's how offended they are, because their whole thing is they're victims, and it's so hard being in the royal family. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination Fortune Telling. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment.